I see. That's the one not to use. Okay, very good. Hey, welcome back to the Good Morning Artesia radio show. And we are here. I have your tables, but they're not here.
Where are they?
They're in a trailer, in a storage place.
Well, as long as that trailer is secure, we're fine.
Well, as far as I know, it is.
Thank you. That makes us feel really reassured, Gene. Gosh.
And they already got the good stuff out of the trailer, so.
Yeah. Oh, the good stuff. Our tables aren't the good stuff. Okay.
Well, I'm thinking, put yourself in the mind of a drug addict.
It would be hysterical to, hey, these tables look like...
Hey, how much do you think we could get for these tables
here?
here?
See someone running around like, oh, we carried off these tables. It would be ridiculous. It's okay.
As someone who has gotten stuck in one of those tables, and I'll have to tell you the story another day because it's kind of long and we only have so much time. Mm-hmm. I could totally imagine some drug addict pulling one of those tables out and being like, man, this is snazzy. And then they're carrying out the wrong way, and then they get stuck in the table.
Actually, it's the table covers that they would get stuck in and walk around looking like some kind of a
like some kind of weird, like Enderman or something.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
It was funny. I had to do a little field modification on one of your tables.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, it's the one that doesn't lock.
Oh yeah, that one's a pain
he duct taped it.
That's okay.
Well, then we had to unduct tape it so we could fold it back up again. So.
Yeah, that one's not fun.
But duct tape worked.
Yeah, I think we used that before.
Because I was really worried that somebody's going to be sitting there and they're going to grab their rib and the table's going to go and
then everything goes flying. Hey,
fling it up on the stage,
right.
and then they'd all be mad looking at us and who are those jerks over there? Say I don't know these people, and I have to do some of that. So anyway, Candace is here, and I'm having a mental block. Lindsey is here.
That's because I got a haircut.
You see Lindsey more than you see me.
I know, and I would have eventually remembered it. I'm not quite as bad as the commander-in-chief, but I'm getting there. But any case, and I was trying to find the right Facebook page to bring up here. So what if you're not the Artesia Arts Council on Facebook?
Well, it's Artesia Arts Council, and the logo is the 46th annual Art in the Park logo.
I understand that, but right now I'm on the Artesia Arts Council, but that's not it?
No, it's just Artesia Arts Council.
Oh, so I take out the.
Yes.
Okay, so if I take out the and I bet I get to the right page, and there's a picture of nothing.
Oh no.
Oh, I put a period in there.
Oh.
It's amazing how this thing works. This fancy thing called the internets.
There you go.
Well, I know what it looks like. I don't know whose page that is.
I'm never going to be invited back on the radio ever again after that.
Whose page is this? Anyway, all right. Well, we'll figure it out here in just a minute.
The struggle is real.
That's because I actually did a post now that we have our newest artist of the month.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So is that where we want to start? We want to talk about the artist of the month, or do we want to get your guys' thoughts and impressions of Red Dirt, Black Gold?
Oh, that was fun.
So tired. So fun. Well, I'm not tired now. I better not still be tired now because then maybe I'd need a doctor's visit. But my God.
We recovered. I worked from 7 a.m. to about 1 a.m. that day.
Mm-hmm.
I was there at 8, and I did get 2 little breaks, but then I was there till about the same time she was. And then I couldn't go to sleep that night because it was so much fun that my brain was like running a million miles an hour, so I didn't go to bed till like almost 2:45. And then I got up at 6.
Yeah, no, poor.
And I was a useless pile of meh all day.
Poor Ashley and I. Some of the ladies went back and they got all cute in their cruise shirts and their hair, and they showered and stuff. We had not left because we had vendors. She had food truck and I had the vendors. And they're like, let's take a picture. It was 6:45. We had been there. She'd gone there about 8. I'd been there since 7. So you imagine. It was hot. We were sweaty. We're like, no. And someone had the nerve to tell me, oh, but you look like you're glowing. I was like, glowing with sweat. Like, it's not a good glow. I was like,
whatever. You totally looked adorable, man. I had to go change because I smelled like God knows what. So I was the one oddball in my blue, like, TARDIS Doctor Who tank top. So I was not in the photo, not because they were like, you're wearing a blue shirt, you can't be in it with us. I was actually helping her out with something. So
okay,
she still looked cute and was clean.
Well, thank you.
Which is the adverse of what I was.
True. I did take a shower. I had the audacity to go home and take a shower.
Oh, there you go. I just
didn't.
Have you seen any crowd estimate numbers yet? Has there been any guesstimating
yet?
But if you had to guess. Not that your life depends on it or anything like that. But if you had to guess, how many folks do you think were in and about downtown Artesia last Saturday night or Saturday afternoon?
Well, we did start early, too. So there were people who came through. I would be comfortable saying we had about 1,000 people walk through there.
Good.
Maybe a little bit more, but I feel like people rotated. People came. We had people who were walking their dogs and stuff like they usually do in the morning, so they stopped through. Yeah, we had pretty good foot traffic.
Yeah.
Actually, first impression, that's kind of what I was thinking too. But I've also had people say, it's like you can't have one without the other. So sometimes people are like, oh my gosh, where's Candace? Or
where's Lindsey?
Yeah.
Where's Lindsey?
Yeah.
It's like sometimes people don't know where one stops and the other one.
Well, I got into a little bit of a discussion with the poor guy that lives right there on the corner.
Oh, no.
Oh, my goodness, yes.
And I had, the guy has there's two ways you could look at it. He has the most awesomest spot in all of Artesia one night a year.
Right.
Or he has the absolute worst spot in Artesia of all spots in Artesia.
I guess it depends.
One night a year.
Well, how does he feel?
I pulled up and parked to unload some stuff for the radio remote. And he was not real pleasant with me.
Ooh.
And I said, I'll move. Can I finish unloading? And I finished unloading, and then I moved.
Right.
And he was sitting out on his porch, had his dog out there, and I don't think he was all that impressed by the whole thing, to be perfectly honest with you. But
So in other words, he's one of those get off my lawn kind of dudes instead of yeah kind of dudes.
yeah, but other than that, everything seemed to go very smoothly. The bands were great. Looked like the vendors were happy.
Vendors were way happy. Vendors were happy.
Yay.
Food truck vendors were happy. People were super just thrilled to be able to shop and do some stuff.
For
Beer
sure.
garden was hopping.
Yep.
Yep.
I did not spend a lot of time in there, but it seemed like it was a great time.
I worked like the last shift on the beer garden, and it was funny. I was just watching people, and I was trying to keep an eye just to kind of keep the flow going. I was keeping an eye on the people as they were coming to the gate, and they'd be like, "Oh, look, bracelet." I'm like, "Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I got you." And there were these 3 little preteen girls that walked by, and they slowed down like they were thinking about it. Like, "Ooh, let's see if we can sneak in." And I said, "Oh, kiddos, keep walking.
Yep.
I know y'all are all too young." And then I recognized, I think, one of my former students, and I was like, "I know you were too young."
Well, that's good. Well,
But it was fun.
I think I hope everybody was happy with everything, and we'll see if that leads to doing another one next year.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, you
No,
were
for
all
sure, Elizabeth
festive
did a good
in
job.
shirts promoting something, true crime
And
cold cases is what it says on your shirts today.
Yes,
So
yes, is what it says.
Apparently, we're building a collection of friend shirts because I actually talked her into getting one with me. I was like, "Thank God you were my best friend and you totally get me," because
Well, I didn't know if this was promoting an upcoming event that you're going to be.
No, so what happened was I went on my holiday haul of holiday September, fall, Halloween-themed clothing, and I was like, "Look, I bought this shirt." And she's like, "Oh my gosh, I'm buying the shirt too." So we now just have the same shirt.
Okay.
There's no other reason than it's the fall season. I have a shirt that's a coffin, and the skeleton is peace signing it up, and it says, "Wake me when October comes." So I am totally ready.
There you go.
no. So it started with. I'm going to call out April Waters. She does impressive teas, so woohoo. She was actually there, and she had these friendship T-shirts that she was selling, and they were Harry Potter themed, and we're both big Harry Potter fans. I'm a Gryffindor, she's a Ravenclaw, and it's funny because hers says, "I solemnly swear," and mine says, "We are up to no good."
Which we are totally up to no good. So
Okay. Well, just make sure you don't get the "I'm with stupid" shirts.
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
that could cause some issues there. Well, let's talk about your artist and which one has the arrow, right?
yeah.
Just be careful with it.
Yes.
All right. So let's talk about your artist in residence. I've pulled up one of the pictures that you guys have up on your Facebook page.
Yes.
So who is your artist in residence for this month?
Well, our artist in residence for this month is Mike Campos, and he is I'm just going to say multimedia. He mostly does illustrations, chalk art, and paintings, but he can do it all, it looks like. And what you're looking at there is one of his pencil drawings. That is
I'll go back to the pencil drawing.
Yeah,
okay.
So the pencil drawing, I don't know who the lady is, but like it's really good, and he's got a few because he wanted to bring like pieces that shows like kind of how he's grown as an artist from starting with these pencil drawings and going all the way up to these really fanciful, fantastic creatures that he paints. But he also left us with two really heavy, I don't know what kind of paper it is, but he did chalk art on them, and they're really beautiful. So right now they're rolled out on our tables so we can get them like bolstered with something on the back, and we can hang those up on the wall for people to look at. One is this alligator themed car, and then the other one is Martin Luther King Jr.
He had done it for Martin Luther King Jr. Day for an event that was happening, and he was taking it down. He's like, I have to keep this. So he kept it. And it's beautiful. It's really beautiful.
And then the rock there is actually a character from like some type of folklore. I want to say Celtic, but I don't know if that's quite correct. And her name is Wegma. And there's a lot of, if you look her up, there's like a lot of different iterations of her. And I really loved it because, of course, my first thought was, oh my gosh, that's from like Labyrinth. Because to me, it looks like one of the characters from Labyrinth. But yeah, no, and he did that on rock, and it's sealed. And
I think those are all the those are the pictures that you have up there. So.
We haven't got the full exhibit up yet. I got as much of it done as I could yesterday, and then I'm going to finish up today to get all of those on the wall, and then you guys can come in and see them.
So now the artist that was there last month, some of his items are still now at the 510 building?
Yes. Yes. So if you guys would like to see the exhibit down at the 510 building, you can either contact Elizabeth Jackson if she's available, or you can contact me, and I would be happy to come show off his artwork still. So yes, he is currently exhibiting down at the 510 building.
Okay. And then in the Ocotillo lobby this month then is
Mike Campos. And we are currently actually working with a Santa Fe artist to come in for the month of October.
Okay.
And we will get more info on that a little bit later because, we want to keep it a little mysterious.
But you guys have like regular hours at the Ocotillo, so as opposed to having to call to get in at the F10, the 510, you guys can, during your regular lobby hours, you can just come in and...
Yeah, if we are there, you are more than welcome. We are open. We are working on some really awesome things other than Art in the Park. Of course, that's coming up, and people are excited. And we're getting lots of really awesome vendors. Okay. And as we've said, we're working on having some live performances for the Friday evening. So we're working on that. But really exciting is that we actually will have our first official, as long as things don't change, professional show in October.
Okay.
And so really excited for that.
Has that been posted yet, or are you breaking the news right now?
I'm breaking the news, and it will be broken here first, and then all of the postings will happen today.
Okay.
There you go. Jane, you got the scoop.
The weekend of it's the Saturday the 9th of October.
Okay.
And we're going to be having George Casey, the King of Blarney.
George Casey, the King of Blarney?
He is an Irish comedian.
He has the most fantastic accent. He called, and I got to talk to him on the phone one day while she was out. And I was just like, oh my God, you're so nice.
So his thing on CMI Entertainment says, it's a long way from County Clare, Ireland to Las Vegas, but that is the road the comedian entertainer George Casey has traveled, and all stops in between, to fulfill his life's mission, to make people happy.
Okay.
And so
So he's a comedian?
Yes, he is a comedian. He's an Irish comedian, and he'll be here that Saturday, right in between Fall Fiesta and Art in the Park. Okay. And we are thrilled that he's going to be coming this way. So, also because it'll be like our first professional show in the building since the early 2020, because we had at least two, and then COVID hit. So
we had to shut everything down, which
we
was
had
so
to shut
sad.
everything down. Yeah. So
well, you'll have to do like the sports teams. You'll have to count how many days it has been, so you can get on there and say it's been 567 days.
Yes. Since then, so we are very thrilled. Count the days. I'm sure I'll be mortified and be like, oh, it's so long for the building to have been that quiet. But yes, we are looking forward to it. All of the promotional stuff will be out on our Facebook page today, and as well as where you can buy tickets, because we do have our online ticket sales set up, not through our website yet, which is still being created, but we do have a Square account, so you guys will be able to buy tickets through the Facebook page, or by calling us or coming in.
Okay.
So.
So like the George Casey stuff will be posted here in the next few days, and then you can go ahead and start booking
Buying
tickets and
yes.
all that.
Well, and speaking of that, just to let you guys know, we do take people up on our marquee. I am probably not selling this as well as I should. But if you guys ever need any advertising done, just give me or Candace a call and to discuss pricing. And we have a deal for nonprofits. And so if you want more details about advertising on our marquee, just give us a call.
Okay, that sounds good. Now, in the past, because it's been COVID affected, obviously, but in the past you had like season ticket holders, or you did programs like that. Have you talked about what you're going to do for this coming season and this year? And
so we're in our
how
current,
you want to do that?
Yeah, so we're in our current fiscal year. And we are working out how we're going to do their golden tickets, is what we used to have, golden ticket holders, which they still are valid for those that we do have already. We're working on setting up the rest of the season. We do have our postponed shows like the Jungle Book Ballet, which is coming back in April, I believe. And then a few others, like we're waiting on what's going to happen with Car Show, so we can do the Neil Diamond, which also still has people who held their tickets over for. So all of those will be honored, as well as whoever maintained and did not want back their golden ticket. We also will respect and honor those as well.
Okay.
So some of the stuff, we're looking into how to do it and how to do it better, which that includes like our usual memberships and everything like that. How can we make it more attractive and cost-effective for the community and everyone who's involved?
So the bottom line is, if you've got a most recently purchased season ticket or pass or pack of tickets or whatever, and these shows start to get booked, just contact you guys and say, okay, is this still good, or what do I need to do?
Yeah, just get in contact, call us. If we don't answer, leave us a message. We always call back. And really, it's just exciting that we're going to have anything at all. So we want to make sure that the people who supported us already, that they continue to, we continue to give back to them as well.
Yeah. Exactly, because we do appreciate that. We appreciate everything.
And if you hadn't purchased any tickets before, and George Casey's coming up.
Yes, George Casey.
Buy a ticket for George Casey.
And I am in talks with the Sons of the Pioneers for Christmas.
Okay. Well, that'll be good.
We'll, when I have more information on that, we'll let you know. But that is what we're looking at for December.
Okay.
We've also talked to a few other acts that we've had in the past. I'm not going to reveal names just in case, they don't manage to make it down here. But we're hoping to get a few folks back from a few years ago that people really enjoyed. And I can think of at least one. It was the first concert I ever went to that I'm just like, please come back, please come back, please come back. And that's the what was it, Surf's Up, I think? The Beach Boys.
Yeah.
That was my first date with my husband in this town, and I had so much fun, and I really do hope that they get to come back.
Yeah,
so.
well, we'll be working on that.
Yeah.
I see you didn't get the Russians. They announced their tour yesterday, and they're not coming to New Mexico, so I see you didn't get the Russians.
Oh,
so.
no, we did not.
Oh, actually, funny thing, when we were joking about Casey and the Sunshine Band last week, somebody's like, are you guys going to know?
Yeah, he's still out there.
Yes, he is.
I had somebody, Thomas was telling me yesterday that just for the fun of it, he reached out to somebody that allegedly could help book the Foo Fighters.
Oh.
And they were talking about for Roswell. And they got back.
Foo Fighters could be fun.
Starting at 1.6
million. Oh, God.
Starting at.
Oh, no. Yeah, no. I looked up because I thought it would be super cool to have like the Trans-Siberian Orchestra or something. Granted, I don't even know if they could fit on our stage.
Yep.
And I was looking it up and it was like, my heart like fell out through my stomach. I was like, nope, we can't afford that.
Well, it was funny on the Foo Fighters years ago. I guess the guy with the band wanted to do a show in Roswell because they have aliens.
Right.
And so they went to Roswell. They did a show. And, they flew in their Foo Fighters jet and they landed out at the Roswell airport and did their show there for, I don't know if it was for the UFO Festival or it was just, they did it because they wanted to do a show there where the aliens were. But yeah, now it starts at 1.6. So some people think they're still popular.
Oh my goodness.
Well, to be fair, yeah, no.
Spicy, Gene.
Hey, Gene. Throwing shade up in here today, man. No wonder you wore a black shirt, man. You're like, I put on my villain clothes today, guys.
That's
It
right.
is heavy.
I'm sorry. Did I come out?
No, my
No,
gosh,
that was funny.
I'm laughing. Burn. Oh, ouch.
That is excessively
Okay.
high.
Well, I apologize. I didn't.
No, you don't
mean
need
it
to
I
apologize.
am
I
not
got tickled
offended
by
at
it.
all,
That
but
was
that was
hilarious.
Actually, I did mean it to come out that way. Anyway,
It's comedy gold. It was
we got
comedy gold.
George Casey coming. You got the Art in the Park, and people are signing up for that. So you've had really good feedback on having it 2 days. JC
Oh,
Park.
yes.
Where out of JC Park is it going to be?
So, if you're picturing coming into JC Park, you know the two really short streets that are in between, like kind of the park equipment. So on the side that's kind of going further back, where all the shade and the tables and the trees are, that's where we're going to line out people first.
Okay.
And in the two streets, part of the one street will be the cakewalk with
Okay.
the band, and then the rest will be food trucks.
Okay.
And so there will be plenty of room for people to sit, to eat, plenty of shade for the vendors, which most of them are real excited about. Because one of the comments I got was, well, there's no trees out at JC Park. And also, there's nothing. There's lots of trees.
There's no
out at
trees out at the soccer fields
Right.
at JC Park.
Yeah,
but
but the
at
actual
that
park
coming in, yeah.
part, there's plenty of trees, and they're
yeah.
tall enough that during the day, most everyone's going to get some really good shade. So there's that.
No, when she
and-
told me that, I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, no, I was confused. And there's plenty of
Very
parking
confused.
surrounded. So we're not blocking anyone's driveways. People can park and feel
And there's
comfortable
room
walking.
to grow.
Yeah, and there's plenty
There's
of room to grow.
plenty of room to grow because that was like one of the biggest issues we had with Central Park is that just there was no room to
We
grow.
were over,
Yeah.
we were
Yeah.
packing it as much as we could pack in there. And here we have some more space. And so most of the vendors are thrilled. They're like, hey, it's great, 2 days. Because I'm of the firm mindset that if you have food trucks and you have shopping, I'm a window shopper. So I will walk around, kind of decide whatever. So you give people 2 days to shop and eat. They're going to stay and buy, and it benefits everyone all the more.
There you
Oh,
go.
definitely, yeah.
All right, we get to the end of the slot here.
Yep.
Anything else that we need to talk about today?
No, just
Not that I
really
can
be
think of.
looking out for that Irish comedian. Come out and have a date night.
George Casey, October 9, and you'll have ticket availability. You know, people can start buying tickets here pretty quick.
It will be by the end of today.
By the end of today?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking up his website here. Ireland's international comedian.
Yes.
So they have comedians in Ireland.
Yes.
But they apparently only have one international comedian. His name is George Casey. A Night of Laughter with the King of Blarney. Good, clean comedy with deadly timing,
Yes.
genuine belly laughs. That's what the Chicago Sun-Times said.
Yes.
Yeah, clean comedy. Well, that's a good thing to know, too.
Yeah, that means you can take your kids.
Yes.
That's exactly right. So that'll be a good thing. All right.
Yep.
Well, thank you so much for coming in. Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Jane.
Oh, yes.
And we'll see you here around town real soon.
Sounds
Oh,
good.
yeah.
We're